Icons, welcome back to my channel. In today's video I'll be showing you how I install this unit. Details on this unit will be in the video. Just keep on watching. Okay, so it's actually it's actually from Sensational hair. It's called 𝓵𝓷𝓴𝓼. So yeah, I literally just installed it right out of the packet. I didn't even customize it or anything, like bleach it or anything like that, because I don't normally even do that. So the fact that I could just take it out of the box and just put it right on is a plus. Yeah, it's a plus for me. Yeah, but it's bone straight, and this one is in 1B, and it has a center part. Super nice, and it can take 350 to 400 degrees. So I think that's a plus too, because it is a synthetic wig, and you know how some synthetic wigs are, like they don't really take heat that well. But yeah, this one is definitely, it's a very good purchase. I'll have the details in the description box. But yeah, this is the wig, this is how it turned out, and if you want to see how I achieved this look, just keep on watching. So I'm starting off with the ball cap method, so we're gonna jump right into it. To be honest, this is the only cap that I have, and I'm definitely not gonna mess this up, because if I mess this up, I would not have a next cap to do this wig install. So I took my time. Okay, so right here I'm just cutting out the ear tabs, making sure that they fit comfortably and they're not too snugged or anything. I'm using this really sharp scissors that I got from Amazon. I'll link it down below as well. Everything that I use will be linked down below. I will link it. I will promise. I promise you I'll link it. I'll try to link it. Okay, so I like my cap really tight and fitted, so I'll stretch it to its maximum capacity, so that I can actually see my hairline, and it's thin, and it's easy to see everything that's going on right there. Right, so I'm using the glue, and I'm just gonna outline the perimeter of my head, and I'm gonna try my best to avoid my edges as possible. If I get it, it's fine, but this is just to ensure that I don't have any problems with my edges, you get it, the girls that get it, okay? So that's what I'm doing. I'm just applying the glue to the cap, and I like using the glue versus the spray, because I feel like with the spray it dries really fast, and not only that, it dries white, it has this white residue. I don't like that, because it's kind of difficult to get rid of that, especially at the end of the install. So I just prefer to use the glue. The glue dries clear. You can actually see the hairline, see where you need to avoid, all of that, and it gets what it needs to get done. So that's my go-to. Alright, so right here you just wait a couple minutes, or if you're impatient like me, grab your hair dryer or your blow dryer and start blowing that till it's clear, absolutely clear, you can actually see your skin through the cap. So that's what I'm doing. I'm drying it. I'm testing it every once in a while. I'm testing it if it's dried. If it's still wet, obviously it hasn't dried, so just keep blow drying it. Okay, so right here it's completely dried. So now we are going to cut. All right, so what I normally do is I cut the center first, so I make sure the sides are secure, they're down, and then I start snipping from the center, and then I go all the way around. So this, it kind of is tricky, because once you cut the cap itself, it's going to leave these little parts at the edge that aren't really glued down to your head, right? So we're gonna apply the glue again, but let's not rush into it, okay? Just follow my steps, okay? And we're just gonna cut all around that cap and get rid of the excess that we don't need, right? Alright, so here's the part where I said the edge of the cap that isn't secured to your head. you have to apply more glue. So I'm just applying glue. I don't know why I'm taking the rat silicone to apply it, because I don't usually do that. I just use my fingers. But I'm gonna take the glue and just apply it. Okay, there we go. I'm using my fingers now because that's what I normally do. I'm taking the glue and I'm applying it to the edge that's like curled up, and just making sure like it's seamless and like everything is laid down to the T. So you see that side of my head where my hair is peeking out? I would not allow that to happen, because hair peeking out means potential hair loss, like potential like of your shit being fucked up, you know. So make sure your hair is like completely hidden under the cap. I was not being extra precautious with this today, but just make sure that your hair is not being like shown at the side. I'm gonna highlight it so y'all can see what I'm talking about, but yeah, make sure that's not the case, boo, because we don't want to lose any of our hair. And then I'm just gonna do that again with a blow dry it. Make sure it's dried and dried on clear. Don't apply anything if it's not dried on clear. So after all of that, this is the wig. I'm gonna show you guys the wig straight out the pack. This bad boy is busting. Like, I know it looks kind of crazy on camera. I know it looks crazy, but let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. All right. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something.
This is exceptional. Like, I had so much doubts with this wig, because I was like, I don't know if I want it. I don't know if I want this one. I don't know if it's gonna look nice on me. Bitch. I don't know if it's gonna look nice on me. The thing is, the model did not execute it well. I don't think it fit the model a lot. Like, it didn't fit the model at all. But dang, when I tell you I put this shit on, it fits me though. Do you see that lace? Do you see that lace though? Like, do you see the lace? Like, the lace is lacing. It's doing what it's supposed to do. And it's a synthetic wig, so like, it's not gonna look perfect, but you can get it to perfection. Like, if I had spent more time on it, like perfecting it, I'm pretty sure it would have come out 10 times better than how I did right now. But like, it still looks good, and that's the point. It's just for it to look good, you know. So right now I'm just gonna like apply any loose powder that you have that is close to your skin tone. Just apply it to your head, to the cap itself. Usually, like, if I use a cap that is my skin tone already, like the color of my skin, I'll skip this method. But because it's a lighter cap, I have to do this method, because it's gonna show through the lace, and then it's gonna look real tacky, and it's gonna look like bleh. So make sure you apply like some loose powder, or like some loose like I wouldn't say foundation, but like if you want to use foundation you can, but I don't recommend using liquid on the cap. But whatever you're comfortable with, I use loose powder. So just make sure you use loose powder and just dab that in to the cap itself. What was I talking about? I don't even know. Oh my god, I don't know what I was talking about. But yeah. So as you can see, it doesn't look perfect. It really don't look perfect. But I'm telling you, like, sometimes you gotta practice to make to be perfect, right? I haven't gotten a lot of practice, but I mean, I will though, like, eventually. But y'all are just here for the ride. Y'all are here for the journey. So just chill out, okay? Just chill out. Chill with me. Okay, so moving on to the part where I put this baby on. So she's a bit. She is a bit. She's very classy. She's very like homegrown. She does not talk to any and anybody. Like, yeah, she steps out and she owns the crowd. Yeah, I love it. Yeah, I live for it. Yes. So the only thing that I have an issue with is, and it's on me, it's not on like the wig or anything, it's really on me. Like, what I should have done is make sure that the braids that I did were like matched up with the hairline itself for the wig, because there was one braid that was bulging through the wig. I don't know if you can tell, but like it was this big fat braid, and if I had split it in two instead of just doing it in one because I'm so freaking lazy, it would have looked a little bit more seamless. So that's the only mistake I did. Like, make sure that the braids that you do, they're either small or they match up with the partition in the wig, because then it's gonna look buffy and weird and uneven and unleveled, and you don't want that. So that's like my only like issue with this whole install. So I'm using these alligator clips, I think they're called, pinning my hair back, and I'm just gonna like try to see if I can get the lace positioned where I want it to be. So I'm gonna like glue down the lace now, but like first I'm trying to like see where exactly I want it. Okay, so the glue that I use is this GHOSTBOND glue. Got it on Amazon, and I'll link it down below for y'all as well. So I'm just applying the glue to the perimeter of my head, and I'm making sure that it's thin layers. Like, I'm not going overboard with this. Like, for real, you don't want to go overboard, because one, is going to take long to dry, and two, is going to be extremely tacky when you apply the next layer. So you want thin layers. Like, I just love how I am talking. Like, I know what I'm talking about. I know what I'm talking about, but at the same time, I just, damn, look at me. Look how far we come.
Look at us. Hey, look at us.
Look at us. Huh? Who would have thought? Not me.
Exhibit A. But anyways, so yeah, you're gonna make sure that it's thin layers. You don't want to go overboard. Just apply a thin layer, thin coat, and that's what I'm doing. And I'm just spreading it evenly around the perimeter of my head, and making sure that it also gets on the cap, the wig cap, because part of the lace is going to be on the wig cap and the other part is going to be on my actual head, like my actual forehead. So you want it to like get both sides. You don't like, you want it to get a little bit of both. Like, I'm trying to like make sure that this glue dries on clear, so you can speed up the process by using your blow dryer, or you can just let it air dry. I think that's more effective if you make it air dry, because it will like actually dry better. But if you are impatient like me, grab your blow dryers and dry that baby. But you see how it's clear? Like, that is clear. Like, that's clear. That is clear. I don't know why I'm saying it like that, but that's clear, yo. Just make sure it's clear. Like, do not apply a second layer if it's not clear. Like, that's the dumbest shit ever. I'm sorry. Anybody who does that, that's dumb. Okay, moving on. Okay, so after I apply the first layer, I'm here now applying the second layer, and it's a little bit more dense. I'm like applying a lot more than before, and I'm just like spreading it out, making sure it's even and stuff like that. And then you go all around the perimeter. Don't forget anything. Don't leave anything out. So the amount of times that you apply the glue, like in layers, the amount of layers, it depends on how long you want the wig to last. So if you want the wig to last, like, let's say 1 week, I just recommend or suggest you applying 1 layer of glue and just call it a day and done. But because I want this to last me probably like 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks, I'm going to need to go ham on these layers. I'm going to need like 3 layers, so that sweat, water, all of that shit, it ain't going to penetrate. Like, it's going to take a while to like penetrate and like dissolve the actual glue. So the amount of layers is the amount of time. The amount of layers you use depends on the amount of time you want the wig to actually last. So because I want it to last long, I'm doing 3 layers. If you just want a quick thing, a 1-day thing, I don't know. Listen, I don't know. If you want that, you can just do it 1 layer and bounce. So now the tricky part is actually gluing down this unit, like attaching the wig to my head. That's like probably the trickiest part of all of this. So I'm trying to like find the best method to do so. So I'm using the alligator clips, and like I'm pinning down the sides because I really want to do the center first before I do the sides, and I don't want the sides to accidentally stick to my head before I secure the center. Because imagine this, if I secure the sides before I secure the center, and let's say a gap is formed, then I can't go back. I'd have to rip off the hair, right? And then it'll just mess up the glue. It's gonna be tacky. It's gonna be a lot of problems. So just make sure you do the center first, and then you move on to the sides, because really and truly the center is the main like thing that matters the most. Because if the sides get messed up, like that's easy to fix, right? But if the middle gets messed up, you have to basically do that whole thing over. Like it's not gonna like look good. Okay, so yeah, I got the centered secured, and then now I'm just securing the sides. So I'm making sure that the sides line up with where I don't want it to go and where the natural hairline occurs. Like sometimes I don't want to judge, because to be honest, I've done this before with one wigs, but I'm past that now because I've seen the light, and I'm gonna show you girls the light. Like sometimes y'all be putting the wigs all the way down to y'all eyebrows, and it's not clicking, because that's not where your natural hairline is. Don't be putting it all the way down to your eyebrows, because when you do your baby hairs are gonna touch your eyebrows. You need it to be like on your natural hairline. That is why we secure the natural hairline with the cap. Like, I just want y'all to get it, yo, because I don't want y'all to do the same mistake I did and looking like a crazy clown out here. Don't be putting it all the way down to your freaking eyebrows, okay? Put it on your natural hairline. That is where you put the glue. That is where you put the wig cap, so it freaking secures your edges, your real edges. Do it. Commit. Don't be scared, okay? Okay, let's move on. So this is me combing through the hair. The only problem that I had with this hair is that it tangled a lot. Like it oh my god, it tangled so much. But the thing is, it's easy to detangle. So it's like it's an issue, but it's like not a really big issue, because it is easy to detangle, but it does tangle a lot. Like I'll just sway it one time and there's knots in it, and I'm like, what the hell? This is a straight unit. Like, why the hell is there knots? But yeah, it kind of gets annoying after a while, but like it's okay, because guess what, it comes out pretty easy. I'm not gonna complain, and I'm not gonna like cause a fuss about it. So this is me combing through the hair, making sure it's smooth and silky and straight, and it's kind of already is, because it's so bomb, yo. Like, look at this freaking unit. So this is the scariest part. This is the part that I'm scared of the most, cutting the actual lace on the wig. Like when you do this, you can't go back. There's no turning back, yo. Like, I want you to understand this. Like, this is gonna be the most committed you've ever been in your life. Cutting a lace on a wig, like, you're gonna experience so much anxiety. Like, you're gonna be like, fuck, I don't want to fuck this up. And that was me in this very moment. I might not show it right now. I might look real calm, but I was just putting it on the front for the camera. I'm telling you what is truly in my heart, and I was freaking anxious. I was gonna fuck this up, but I didn't fuck it up. It looks really good, okay? So just stick around. So I'm pinning the hair so that nothing can interfere with actual lace, because I don't want to cut the baby hairs. Because as you can see, there's baby hairs there. I don't want to cut him. I just want to cut the lace, right? So I was trying to pull that back. And usually you cut like in a zigzag manner, but because I glued the actual wig down too far back, so it wasn't even where I wanted it to be honest. But I glued too far back, so I had to like cut where the glue ends. So I couldn't even cut, like, I wouldn't even, like, that is a lot of lace left over. And to be honest, I'm not even mad at that too, because if in any case I want to like do something and like have a thinner hairline, I can always cut off that excess. So I'm not really too mad on the fact that there's a lot of lace that I left out. but usually I don't leave out that much lace. I cut right close to the edge. Like I'll damn near cut them edges. Like I them baby hairs that it came with, I damn near cut them off. Like I cut really close to the edge. But for this case, in this instance, the glue was kind of like blocking me. Like it was kind of like preventing me from cutting too close to the actual hairline. So this is why there's so much lace there, right? But like it's fine, it's whatever. Like I mean, I'm not bugging. Is you bugging? Is you bugging about it? Okay, because I'm not bugging about it. So I kind of had an issue like with this side to like actually like cut it and make sure it's like not cutting the glue. And I'm telling you, it looks crazy, no, but like I'm gonna fix it, don't worry. So we're gonna fast forward, and this is where I'm just shaping up the edges, shaping up the hair, making sure it looks cute, all that good stuff, all that dandy nandy shandy. So I'm cutting layers in my hair because I like having layers in my hair. So that's what I'm doing, cutting layers and stuff. Okay, y'all, so this is basically it. Like, this is probably where I'd stop with it. I'd probably like run the flat iron through it a couple times just to make sure it's like bone straight, but it's pretty bone straight to me. So what I normally would do too is like cut layers in it. So I'd have like layers, so it would be short here and then it'd layer like that. But this video is getting pretty long. I don't have time to do it on camera, so maybe I'll just make a dedicated video on how I cut layers into my hair. But for the most part, yeah. And for this hair unit, I didn't want to add any edges, so I have to probably do a dedicated video on that as well if y'all want to see that. But for the most part, this is literally how I do or install a unit, especially a unit from Sensationnel. I do it right out the pack. Like, it tends to look a little bit white or like discolored. I'll use the e.l.f. putty in like this really dark shade because sometimes this is a little bit too light. Show y'all. So this is how it looks, super dark, like, and it's super creamy. So I just like dab a little bit on top of that, so you see like it just magically went away. And yeah, that's what I do. So again, I said for this unit I didn't want any edges, so I didn't really like make any edges. But yeah, I just like comb through it neatly. Like, I'll leave these little squiggly things because I feel like that makes it look a little bit natural for the most part. But yeah, that is how I install it. Yeah, that's like basically how I put this unit together. So yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video or found this video helpful, make sure to like it leave a like, and comment down below any other wig installation you want to see me do, like a curly wig or like a colored wig, or like, I don't know, something, you know, anything. Comment that down below as well. And if you are not already subscribed to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. It really does help because we're growing and you don't want to miss out. You don't want to be left behind when we start hitting them numbers, right? So you make sure you subscribe. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in another video. Yeah guys, catch you in another video.